Charles Herbert Garvin, African-American physician and surgeon, born 1890, died 1968. Charles Herbert Garvin was the first black doctor to receive a commission in the Army and the first black staff physician in the genitourinary department of Lakeland Hospital of Western Reserve University, Cleveland, Ohio. Born in Jacksonville, Florida, on October 27, 1890, Garvin was the son of Edward and Theresa DeCourse Garvin. He began his studies at Atlanta University and completed his undergraduate degree at Howard University in 1911. He entered the Howard University Medical School, where he won the Edwin Hiram Reed Prize in Physical Examination and the Perry Prize in Obstetrics. Garvin graduated from medical school in 1915 and served a one-year internship at Freeman's Hospital in Washington, D.C. In 1916, he served as assistant visiting surgeon on the hospital staff, then moved to Cleveland, Ohio to launch a private practice in general medicine and his specialty, genitourinary surgery. Garvin's medical career was interrupted by World War I. In 1917, he became the first black to be commissioned as a first lieutenant in the Army. He rose to captain in the Medical Corps, 367th Infantry, and he served as the commanding officer of the 368th Ambulance Company in the 92nd Division in France for 11 months. After completing his tour of duty, Garvin returned to Cleveland and his practice. In 1920, he received an appointment as a staff physician and faculty member of the genitourinary department of Lakeland Hospital Western Reserve University Medical School. Garvin married Rosalind West in 1920. The couple had a son, Charles West Garvin, on June 29, 1921. Some sources state a second son, Harry C. Garvin, was born and became a physician who worked in his father's practice. Garvin's academic and professional success was acknowledged by his peers. He was a member of the Cleveland Academy of Medicine, the American Venereal Disease Society, the American Medical Association, the National Medical Association, and Alpha Phi Alpha. However, Garvin had to fight for acceptance within the Cleveland community. In 1927, he built a home in an exclusive city neighborhood. After moving into his house, he was dogged by threats of violence that escalated. Garvin's home was bombed not once but twice. Garvin, though, refused to be intimidated. He would not move and yield to terrorists. He became a symbol of courage and was among the first to demand and ultimately win the right for a black person to live in the neighborhood of his or her choice. The ugly episode fueled Garvin's determination to improve his community for all residents. Before the attack on his home, Garvin had championed, in philosophic and practical terms, black entrepreneurship. He was one of the founders of the Dunbar Life Insurance Company and the Quincy Savings and Loan Company, which he served as board chairman for several years. He also served as treasurer of the Cleveland People's Finance Corporation and as an advisory director of the Empire Savings and Loan Company. His business acumen earned political recognition, and Garvin was a member of the committee which welcomed the Republican National Convention to Cleveland in 1923. Garvin now expanded his professional and political activities and embraced organizations that address social concerns. He became a trustee of Karamu House, a settlement house established to ease racial tensions by helping all people tap their potential. A life member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, he served on the board of the NAACP's local chapter and on the board of the Cleveland Urban League. In 1938, the Cleveland Board of Education asked him to serve as a trustee for the Cleveland Public Library, which he served as president in 1940 and 1941, and as secretary until his retirement in 1963. Garvin also served as a trustee of the Mount Zion Congregational Church, Congregational Church, and as a trustee for Howard University from 1932 to 1964. While making time for numerous community obligations, Garvin never neglected his busy practice and professional responsibilities. In addition to scholarly works published in the Journal of the National Medical Association, Garvin wrote articles for more general publications. The pieces covered not only health-related topics, but subjects such as the social and professional progress of black physicians and the experiences of black soldiers in World War I. A fellow of the International College of Surgeons, Garvin was also a member of the Ohio State Medical Association and served as president of the Cleveland Medical Association. He also was a member of the editorial board of the Journal of the National Medical Association and the John Andrew Clinical Society. After a 43-year career with Western Reserve University and its medical facilities, Garvin retired from academia as an associate professor of urology and from private practice in 1963. In that year, he was named the fourth recipient of the William Alonzo Warfield Award by the Association of Former Interns and Residents of Freeman's Hospital, Howard University. Garvin died in 1968 at the age of 78. Citations are in the description.